Hello, 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 hello. Happy Thursday. Trample on the enemy's head. Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. Afternoon, evening, depending on what time zone you're in. Hi, everyone. This is Attorney Abisola Ole Samuel, immigration attorney. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Dance away all your troubles. God has given you a new day. You still have a purpose on the earth. Come on in. When you come in, say hello. Let me know you're here. And please share this video. Sharing is caring. Let me turn this down a little bit. Sharing is caring. We are on all, I think it's all social media platforms. I think. I'm not sure. But right now, broadcasting on YouTube and Facebook. We're on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. What else is there? I think that's all right. But anyway, hi everyone. This is Attorney Abisola Ole Samuel, immigration attorney based in Alabama, representing immigration clients in all 50 states. It doesn't matter what state you live in. You have an immigration case. My firm handles that case type. I can represent you regardless of the state you live in. So if you have an immigration case, be it H-1B application, Vawa petition, citizenship application, asylum, removal of conditions, fiance visa, marriage-based green card, work-based green card, whatever the case may be that I do, it doesn't matter what state you live in. I can represent you. So don't let that be a deterrent to you contacting my office. Number and email contact information scrolling across the screen. So if you need our services, please contact us 334-341-4475. Send me an email to aos@olalawfirm.com. So today I wanted to come on real quick and talk about, talk about tips on how to write a great Vawa declaration. So this is just informational topic, big video disclaimer. This is not saying this is how you should write yours because every case is different. However, a declaration in a Vawa case can make or break your case. So it's important because most of the time, Vawa is, for those who don't know, Vawa is a way where you can file for your own green card based on abuse you have suffered at the hands of your spouse, at the hands of your son or daughter who is 21 years or older, at the hands of your parents. When you use self-petition for your own green card based on the abuse, a lot of times, Vawa cases, so you can either prove a physical abuse or extreme cruelty, which would be financial control of psychological abuse, verbal abuse, emotional abuse, whatever the case may be. So most of the cases do not have physical abuse evidence, like police report or injuries or and all that. So the question is, how do you now convince USCIS, the immigration officer, that you have been abused and this is your story? You do that by writing a great declaration. Declaration is important. Declaration is important when it comes to Vawa cases. It can make or break your case. A declaration can make or break your case. So today I want to give you tips on how you can write a great declaration for your Vawa case. And a declaration, another term for that is personal statement. It is your way to be able to tell your story of abuse and make it believable. You're not making up stories. You're just telling what happened in your own words, but putting it in a narrative that is believable as the truth, as if the person who is reading it was there, and make them understand that that is your truth and that's what you experienced. Okay, so that's basically what you need. And like I said, physical abuse, that's great. However, many cases do not have evidence of physical abuse. So what you would need will be to have a great declaration in a way to tell your story of what abuse you have suffered, and exactly how you want that to convince the immigration officer that that has been your experience. So let's jump right into it. Very first thing you want to do, you want to have an introduction. You need to introduce yourself. You have to introduce yourself. It's like you're telling a story. So if you get a book, you read a book, or you're reading a novel, right? You want to know what it's about, like a summary, or or what the characters are, who the person is the main character who's telling the story. That's the whole thing. You want to tell about introduce yourself. You want to talk about a background information about what's going on in your life, and you want to introduce yourself to the person who is reading your declaration, your personal statement, so they know who you are. And once you jump on, please say hello. Let me know you're here. If you're just coming in, I'm giving you tips on how to write a great VAWA declaration when you're filing a VAWA case. VAWA is for those who have been abused by their spouses, parents, or son and daughters, to be able to file for your own green card. And if you're being abused by your spouse, you can file your own green card based on that abuse. One of the things you're going to need is a great declaration, personal statement. And so I'm giving you tips on that. If you know anyone who is trying to, in the middle of filing a VAWA case, and they need to write a declaration, a personal statement, this is the video you want to share with them. And if you're on YouTube, please subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. So number one, talk about introduction. Give the reader, your interviewing officer or the immigration officer, a background about you, introduction about you, background about who you are. Organize your thoughts before you even start a declaration writing or your personal statement. Organize your thoughts. Don't start with writing about your abuse at the beginning and then introducing yourself at the end. Don't make it like very, very confusing for someone. You're telling them a story and you want them to follow a sequence of how things transpired in your life that brought you to the point of experiencing what you experienced with your spouse, whether it's ex-spouse or current spouse or soon-to-be ex-spouse, and why you believe that that is a basis for which you should be granted a green card. So you have to make sure you have your thoughts organized, that the person who is reading your personal statement, it makes sense to them. So introduction, after you organize your thoughts, background, understand the goal, understand the objective of your declaration. The objective is you're telling the person the narrative of the abuse you suffered, starting from your background, how you met your abuser, and what the abuse was about, and why you feel you deserve this immigration benefit, right? Another tip is have your paragraphs organized. Make sure you have your paragraphs numbered, either in points or in numbers. When it is organized, it is clear to the person who is reading it. Don't lump everything together. Don't make just your personal statement one statement or one sentence. I smile because I have seen this happen. It's hard for anyone to read one sentence without punctuations, they're not trying to grade you for your grammar. But if someone is picking up your personal statement and it's all over the place, I can almost guarantee you they're going to lose interest in trying to figure out what your story is about or what your abuse is about. When your declaration is organized in bulleted points or numbered paragraphs, it makes more sense to the person reading it, and it makes them want to read it more. So introduce yourself, give a summary of your background, organize your thoughts in your declaration, understand the objective of your declaration, have organized paragraphs or bulleted paragraphs, whichever one works for you. Do not go to town. Do not include things that are absolutely irrelevant. Keep the objective of your personal statement, keep the objective of your declaration in mind. What is the goal? What are you trying to achieve with that declaration? The end goal is to be able to communicate what your abuse experience has been and why based on this, why you deserve this immigration benefit. Okay? Don't minimize things that you feel, oh, this is not relevant. Do not include things that have nothing, absolutely nothing to do with your abuse. However, do not oversimplify things that you may not think will matter. For instance, a previous your abuser's previous violent behavior, even if you were not the victim at that time, may be important in letting the person who is reading your declaration know that I may not have been the victim at this particular time, but this person has violent tendencies, and this is why. You have maybe an affidavit from a spouse or a friend or a workplace where they were reprimanded, something to that effect. So don't minimize things that may actually help to build your case. Okay, then go ahead and put in what of your paragraphs should be. Once you introduce yourself, you organize your paragraphs, you organize your thoughts, you understand the objective of your personal statement. Talk about how you met your abuser, your life together, how you commingled life together, how you entered into a marriage together, what the intention you had, what you thought life was going to be together. Give them that history, that plan that you had with the person, and then the main paragraph, the meat of your declaration is the abuse itself. That's where you really want to go to town. You want to give everything except put in everything except the kitchen sink when it comes to put it in the experience you had, every single incident you can remember about the abusive incident you endured at the hands of your abuser. Even if it's hair pulling or verbal abuse. Like, listen, I got OCD. I think I've never been diagnosed with it, but I can be extremely detailed. Some declarations I have done, I just don't do in my office, and I have a couple ladies who do my declaration writing, but I give them hell because they rewrite and I draft and I say no, this is not going to work. Because then sometimes I break down the abuse to verbal abuse, psychological abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse, events. I tell my clients, give me as specific a date as you can remember, because you are telling your story to someone that you want them to know that this is what you experienced and that was awful. And based on that, you deserve this immigration benefit. Okay. And then after you've given the abuse in detail, how has the abuse affected you? That's another thing you want to go ahead and talk about. What is the effect of that abuse on you? How is that, are you in therapy now? What has been, have you changed who you are? Do people notice that you're no longer your jovial self? You're just, you're always sad. Are you going through depression? Whatever the impact of the abuse has been on you, you want to make sure you include in your declaration. Okay. Another thing that's important is talk about how good a person you are. One of the things you're required to prove in the Vawa case is that you are a person of good moral character. So you have to be able to say, in addition to your declaration, obviously you want to get people who are willing to write letters on your behalf, witnesses or affidavits on your behalf, attesting to your good moral character. But you also want to include in your declaration that why you are a person of good moral character and you qualify for someone who should be given this immigration benefit. And you want to make sure you have a conclusion. Now, you may think, okay, you're a lawyer, so that's how you, but no, okay, I'm a Nigerian parent. So, but I have two boys, 16 and 10. And when they have essay writing in school, you would think it's a competition. You've got to tell a story with beginning and body and conclusion. It's the same thing when it comes to your declaration. You're not trying to, make up a story, but you're trying to deliver something that is believable, that is your truth in an organized fashion so it makes sense. Everything has a beginning and everything that's completed has an end. That is your conclusion. What is the summary of all these effects of your abuse? What has it done to you? What would happen if you're not granted this if your petition is not approved? What would happen to you if you're made to return to your home country? And conclude why you deserve to have this immigration benefit. But above all, we've talked about all of this. please understand, a personal statement is only as good as words if it's not notarized. You should not send a declaration that you do not notarize. That means you sign it in front of a notary public, and they watch you sign, and you're basically, it becomes a sworn testimony. It becomes a sworn statement. It's as good as you go into court and testifying under oath that this is the truth. That's the whole point of notarizing your personal statement, notarizing your declaration. You what the a notary public, you sign in front of them, they notarize it. It becomes a sworn statement, and that, if you do nothing else, if you have no other tips, please notarize a personal statement, and it becomes a sworn testimony that you send in with your VAWA petition. So just a few tips on how you can write a great VAWA declaration when you do your VAWA cases, and make sure, that's just, declaration is huge when it comes to VAWA, especially when you're using, when your abuse falls under extreme cruelty category. So hopefully that helps some. And if you need help with your immigration cases, anything we offer, which includes VAWA petitions, H-1B petitions, citizenship, marriage-based, work-based, all the whole 9 yards, contact my office, 334-341-4475. Send me an email to aos@olalawfirm.com, or you can visit my website, OLALEYA lawfirm.com. Yeah. We're on YouTube. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I think I started it about, I want to say 4 or 5 months ago. So it's still new. Just a handful of subscribers, but Rome wasn't built in a day, like they always say. But please subscribe, share this video, follow us on Instagram, on TikTok. And if we can help you with your immigration case, I have to start by setting up a consultation for you. Consultation is $125 credited towards the legal fees if my services are retained. So it's a win-win for everybody. But that's the way I can talk about your specific case and help you figure out whether you have an option and what to do or what not to do moving forward. So thanks to all those who jumped on. And until next time, everybody, bye-bye.